Hello everyone, Pally here. Welcome back to Hades 2. In today's video, we're going to be doing some more of the trials that have unlocked since our last escapades. And I don't imagine that these are going to be too difficult. I'm not going to do all three of them today. Oh god, that one looks terrifying. We're going to start things off with the Trial of the Moon. Use the near limitless magical potential and a powerful hex from Selene, the moon, to cleanse the woods of Arabus.
For the realm.
As always, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I know these challenges aren't everyone's cup of tea, but there's not too many of them.
A strong connection to the moon. Show it to me.
I will, Chaos.
I bid you shine for me again tonight.
I will. There's not too many of these trials. I want to knock them out while they're available.
I did not find you by my will. The pitch black stone, I see, of course. It is a weight on everything that we perceive. Please make your choice.
So we could get a polymorph, we could get a massive amount of damage in a targeted area, or my most favorite one of them all, the slow. Slow was the best one, but I'm gonna go with the targeted area one, just because we're only clearing Arabus. I don't think it'll be that hard. Am I waiting for the moon to land? Okay, I didn't realize it was that long of a delay. Are all of these doors going to be Selene? That's kind of sick, if that is in fact the case. I didn't look at what boons we had available to us in this one. So I only have a faster channel on my spin to win. That's not too much of anything, to be honest with you. We do have a very high mana pool right now, which is probably how we're intended to fund all of these crazy moon effects that we're calling in on our adversaries. I will say that is quite satisfying. That is really, really good. We can make the area even larger. You're kidding. Do it. After using the hex, you deal 5% more damage for the encounter. No, I just want larger area as much as we can. I did grab this 30% increased damage effect. I didn't mean to. We can maybe dip down here to the bottom tree. 40% charged already is pretty nice. Your hex also creates 3 smaller blasts. Sure, sign me up. This sounds really fun. I've never really messed around with this meteor effect at all. If we get Selene again, we can up. We'll hear Selene again. We can up the range even more. A lot of what we just unlocked too was just starting with a higher charge on that moon effect. And these little areas right here, this altar allows me to just sneak in, get full charge. Oh, I see the 3 fall.
More?
Before the crazy one does. Man, that is so impressive.
Manifest your desire.
Well, we have 3 more hexes. I'm going to get even more larger area. Your hex fires +1 blast after the first. And let's work our way towards getting this upgrade at the end here. You're impervious. After using your hex, you're impervious until the blast. We can literally just cruise around and take damage like it's absolutely nothing. I normally have a policy where we always take chaos, but I want to finish off this tree. I want to see how ridiculous this can actually get. I am very curious. This enemy here does have quite a lot of armor, and I am worried about that. We do catch him in our cast to try to finish off the majority of their health bar. Our Omega cast might be our best friend here. In fact, I'm starting to get the vibe that we're not going to get too many boons. It's mostly going to be Selene here, huh? Let's go ahead and grab the impervious to damage. And there's only 2 more things I could possibly get. Let's go with power. Oh, maybe there was one more off to the left. Let's make it hit even harder. Well, Apollo is here. He could give us even more crazy damage effects, or we could get Ares for a bit of bleed. I'll buy the seeds. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go for Apollo. If we can get a larger attack, or better yet, a larger special might be good. Just something I could sit back in relative ease and just throw out some damage across the screen with. I think that could be quite strong. Armor Boy here might have some other ideas. We catch him in the Omega cast and then set up his destruction. 1400 damage. That's the follow-up now, by the way. It does require us to channel a lot of mana into that, though, if we want to get that to work. Now it's 180 mana for that effect. Goodness gracious.
Artemis was terse or impolite with you, don't take it personally, please. It's how she is with everyone. Always been the solitary sort, and we never know where she is when we need her.
Artemis has been nothing but lovely to me. What are you talking about? We'll go with the special. 60% increased damage in a larger area. This is going to be a mini boss for us to fight. Somewhere in that smoke. I'm just going to send mana until I can, in fact, use the Hex. And now we're going in with it. If I get right behind this guy, he shouldn't be able to do too much damage to me. We broke the armor down, and now it's just up to us. Whoa, God. Wow. Never mind. I don't have to do anything. Selenia's hard carrying this run. I was not expecting that damage a second time. God, that is so impressive. That's so much fun.
Don't quite know how we're managing to hold back Typhon from reducing this whole mountaintop to ash. Must be the lightning, flames, floods, and earthquakes and the like. If you've got any bright ideas yourself, just come on up.
Well, dude, Hestia. Cast repeatedly, inflict scorch. Attack restores mana. This might be the play. Yeah. We're gonna have to cycle through hundreds of mana during a boss fight if we want to have this effect still continue to fall. So Hestia allowing us to heal as we use our attack, as we use our special, excuse me, not heal, but restore our mana is basically super valuable. It's going to fund all of our gigantic comets falling down from space for the foreseeable future. Most of these enemies are pretty small. I'll channel, they're spinning. I mean, I might as well too. Are there reinforcements here, or are you guys really expecting to stop me? I mean, that guy was literally not paying attention, sitting in the corner that whole time. I don't even know where to throw this down. You guys are so spread out. God. That is so cool. That is so cool. I love the craters it leaves behind too. It like terraforms the world a little bit.
Despite her age, and likes to play with fire too. Still just a kid at heart. One of those wee scary ones, mind?
I imagine we want to dash more. I don't imagine that money is going to be an obstacle in this run. This is area 7. Is this final shop? Is it 12 now? Did I miscount earlier? Oh, it was middle shop. Okay, I'll take the 150. I don't think we need the health. Dash is falling stuff. We can restore health. I don't think we need that at all. Okay, we'll go with the dash. A lot of you were saying, or not a lot of you, I did see a consensus starting to form in the comments, though, that a lot of you don't like this Ares dash. Some people were saying they find it too distracting. It just fills the screen with more stuff that you have to pay attention to. Well, Selene meets us one more time, and with that, we fully kit out
terrifying might.
our moon goddess. We'll head towards Apollo here. This challenge shouldn't go on too much further after this. I believe there's going to be a final shop, and then we are done. Try to put my cast on him. I ended up aiming it a little too far away. Big AoEs here. I'll move to the corner and try to get a special going. Wow, there's a lot of dudes. If only I had a really big circle that could kill off enemies easily for me. I like that I could just participate in it too. I could try to bait them into the circle because we're totally impervious to that damage. Oh! Your falling blades from Ares drop +1 time in succession to deal damage in a larger area. Duo boon. A significantly larger area. Wow, that is impressive. I'll go ahead and grab some HP. I think shop is after this. Let's see what kind of damage we can do with just the dash. That is really impressive. A bit of that was terrain. Yeah, that was our actual damage. So 1 dash. You know, about a third of his health, something like that. Just for moving, just as a movement skill, I think that's pretty good. Our friends spawned in on the other side, and we're cut down to pieces relatively quickly. Are these our only friends coming in? Please come this way. Thank you. The crazy thing about armor, you really can see how strong it is with these guys here. That meteor, that comet, whatever you want to call it, is dealing 1,500 damage. And if they have armor at all, they're like, oh, what was that? It just chips their armor a little bit. Can't buy anything in the final shop. The fight with Headmistress lies in front of us.
is not the typical slim figure of the Moonstone axe. Ah, the aspect of Charon. He has since taken up the simple orb.
And he's deadly with it. Don't fight Charon.
used to wield such a thing. I scarce imagine him heaving this around. Perhaps he rode with it.
Perhaps he did, or hewed off a few heads. If Nyx and the Three Fates entrusted the protection of the underworld to a certain few, they could have chosen worse.
So she's going to have a couple phases where she's going to be protected here from the majority of what we can do. As Headmistress moves in close, I'll try to push the phase and see if we can get her to go immune. And then it might be as simple as
Test your will.
putting our circle over her here.
Arise again, sisters.
So this is add phase. I'll sit in the corner and send a big ol' AoE out. I can't channel for too long, otherwise she'll catch me with one of those circles that she's forming around the room too. Headmistress is on the move. Let's place it. I'm immune to damage. Let's see how much of her health bar this does. Holy shit! That is awesome! She dodged the follow-up beam, though. Hopefully one of these is the real Headmistress. No, it wasn't. It was the other one off on the far side. Well, our mana is recharging quite quickly. Our false mana is recharging quite quickly. Fritos! How many times do I need to dash this over you? Fritos! No!
Change.
Boop. 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 We're fine. We're totally good. I swear to God, my frog should have taken that ball for me like 6 times over right there. I just kept dashing in his general direction. Well, I could clear out these ads the old-fashioned way, but let's make it a little more exciting, shall we? I'm impervious to damage too, so I can channel whatever the fuck I want off on the side, and then Headmistress gets beamed for well over 1,000 damage from space. That was super fun. That was one of the more enjoyable challenges. That made me approach all of our problems very, very differently.
Return to Shadow now.
We've also been dodging the Moonbane recently.
Be amused by your attempt.
Thank you, Chaos. We got some more of that primordial chaos put into our bank account. I don't know what it's for still, but I like collecting it. We're going to do one more challenge today, and that is the Trial of the Fall. Let all that stands before you wither and die as you march through the fields of mourning towards an inevitable end. This is the skull with the aspect of Persephone.
Commencing Chaos Trial.
Have we ever used that? Isn't that the one where the special lets me change directions? So I can fire my skulls like normal. I dash to get them back, but if I do the Omega, I just go wherever I want. That doesn't seem quite impressive. Am I missing something with this? Does it go further or something? That I get to move? That's what makes this so strong. Okay. Okay. I also already know someone's typing it out. I know it's Persephone. Come on, man. Persephone's a joke, and it's hilarious. Take it easy, dude. Take it easy. As we move into the first area of mourning, the divorced dads left me a little bit of health. That brought us up to 85. 185 for this area. Man is one of the main rewards here, so let's see what they got. I didn't even look at my boons. It looks like we have a Demeter cast with an Apollo addition, allowing it to go off multiple times in a row there. I am a very big fan of that Apollo, like, cascading cast thing. That was super cool. We picked that up for the first time recently, and I absolutely adored it. What else do we got going on here? Specials are faster. Omega specials fire. Your Omega special projectiles fire. They fire again towards you. What? Oh, the things on the side bounce out and then inwards again. I don't think I would have noticed that. Maybe we need to get like Apollo in here on our specials so we can actually see that effect going out a little bit more. Channel Omega cast faster and they expire faster. That's the Apollo thing. Gust at the binding circle. Cast deals more damage. Barrier. Wow, we actually have a really, really heavy cast setup right here. Interesting. Not what I really expected to use with this weapon, but man, you can't argue with the results at the binding circle. That is intimidating. Demeter here might give us something to help out as well. Demeter gave us her special. So we are freezing enemies that we come into contact with that dash. So let's sit down the cast and just like Omega special through it. Wait. Was I turning into a skull this whole fucking time? That looks so intimidating.
You inherited your mother's flaxen hair, and seemingly her force of will. Greenery would burst to life for her. The dead would too, if but they could. Within the reaches of my heart not yet grown cold, I know she still is safe.
While standing in a gust, you randomly fire gales every 0.3 seconds. This is the duo between... Who? It has to be Apollo Demeter, right? I imagine. I think there's only 2 boons that we have. Well, sign me up. I'm definitely interested. So if I stand in this, we send out tornadoes. Wow. Do we get Apollo attack? I don't know if it really matters at this point. Between the two, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with what we get regardless. The vampire boss has walked into our cast, and it doesn't seem like things are going too well for him. He's at half health already. We're cruising around as a fucking skull like it's nothing. Can I really do that the whole time? It seems as though we're impervious to damage when we're cruising around like this too. That's so ridiculous. Vampire's trying to suck us in. We say, not even once, vampire. Oh, I was hoping that Omega attack would have killed him. I was trying to call my shot. It didn't work.
When Artemis first told me about you, I couldn't help but think of Demeter. She couldn't be there for your mother when Kronos struck, but I know she'll do everything she can for you.
Your attacks deal damage in a larger area. After you inflict daze, we daze all enemies in the vicinity. I think the larger attack could be good. It makes our Omega attack circle much bigger, which I am a big fan of. This is location 3, so this is only halfway through. We don't want to go to the mid shop. We don't have any money. So we'll be heading towards Selene. Now, what Selene is going to offer us in this run is going to be nothing close to what we were getting used to in the last run. That shroud is messing me up a little bit. Let's go ahead and cruise in. Attacks flying off relatively well. We can grab some of this armor during this confrontation, too. Unfortunately, the Medusas are controlling a lot of area with their lightning. I just sent down an Omega attack into the middle of that, hoping it would connect with a few of them, and I think it did. Demeter is allowing me to freeze some of our opposition, and I'm trying to take advantage of that to the best of my ability. Cast Circle goes down in the middle of that shroud, and we cruise right on through, finishing them off. I probably couldn't buy anything from that anyway. Let's see what Selene's going to give me here today. That's a mini boss. We're going to line of sight that as best we can. Let all of those spines just kind of go off into nothing. Now, that was super impressive. Why is it sometimes with the skull thing, I go really far, and then like that one was just like 2 pulses or something? You know what I mean? Sometimes I can travel like across the screen, and then sometimes it's only half the screen, and I don't know what the difference is. Do I have to go through my cast? Hold on. I think I have to go through my cast. That's probably why we have all the cast stuff. I'm putting it together. Selene, what do you got?
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
You have no memory of Nyx. It was the night herself who found me, discarded and unwanted, and raised me from my youth. But when the Titan Kronos took the House of Hades, she was there. I miss her still. Look forth.
I mean, we could polymorph people. I don't think that any of her hexes are going to be that strong in this, but I'll take that one. Also, Apollo, Demeter, Apollo, 3 god boons in a single morning field. Damn, the divorced dads must have really pulled their money together here. How'd they get so many celebrity appearances? Well, Apollo's up first. What would we even want from him at this point? I'm not sure.
Lycaeans.
Let's put down a big old attack in the middle here. Just try to lure these guys in. Cast this down, and we're going to Omega Special out of it. Maybe it's Omega attack, and then I Omega Special through. I'll figure this weapon out. Oh, God. They are starting to group up a little more than I expected, though. Polymorph wouldn't have been a bad idea there, but we can just kind of cruise in. And as long as we're weaving a special every few attacks, we can keep up combat chains like this for quite a while, attack sequences like this for quite a while.
Olympus.
This weapon doesn't have to be a slow one, although it certainly can be. Your Omega attack and Mega Special fires 2 times, but uses more mana. Who is this? Is this just the legendary Apollo? Wow, that's so impressive. Actually, our Omega attack should be really good right now. Yeah, I don't see how these guys could even hold armor for a second. Does it use more shells, too? I have 3 shells. No, it's just the same shells. Wow, that's so strong. It takes out some of the ammo management with this weapon, too. Big ash pile here. Let's break the armor of everyone present and see if we can do the same to their health bar. Indeed, we do. I'm having a bad feeling that I'm going to have to double back and find the last thing like over here. So I'm going to start looking for it right now. I'm completely wrong, aren't I? I'm running through a field for no reason. There are trees that can give you guidance on where to go. Here's one right here. Just look for the golden petals and they will light your path. Demeter was off to the right, but I missed her on our little adventure over here. I'm going to polymorph right away since we have the mana saved up for it.
I'm not your prey.
Oh, we got another shroud. So let's just end that. Omega cast down immediately. Beautiful. Armor on the Medusa. She's completely frozen solid and not even able to fight back. That was a long one. Why was that one so long? One person left a comment already explaining all of this, and I know that they did. I'm sorry. I've never used this weapon aspect. I don't know how it works, dude. I don't know how it works, dude. Demeter gives us another legendary boon. Freeze afflicted foes shatter at 10% health. So it just gives us a beautiful execute we can use against even bosses. Definitely better for high health enemies. I mean, if a little rat runs up to us, we probably won't even notice the execute because their health is so low by default. But money on the left, do we even care? It's like $5. I guess if we could just roll in like that and take it, I will. At this rate, I can't even buy one thing from the final shop, which I think we're approaching pretty rapidly. I Omega cast there, and we'll go ahead and just dash through onto the punchy boy. Now that he's free, we'll try and polymorph him. It did work, and he's sitting very calmly back over there, but polymorph only lasts for a few seconds. To be honest, I think polymorph might be the worst hex. Does anyone disagree with that? Dashed into the spike bubbles there on accident. There is the beautiful effect that it's only 50 mana and you can kind of cruise it out all the time. That is really nice. That's definitely a plus side to polymorph. But it also doesn't affect bosses. Attack has a chance to hit 2 times. Sure. Let's do it. This is the final shop. We are missing more health than I thought. So hopefully we can heal here. No healing, huh? Armor it is. All we have to do to be successful is beat up good boy Cerberus. And I'm pretty good at this fight, sometimes. Will we be good at it today? Let's find out.
Due for another cleaning, then?
Why are you so mean? So what would be our best way of dealing damage here? Probably just run it up with an Omega cast, and then we dip out. I have mana to spend. Let's spend it. Omega cast. Send our specials in after that, too. As soon as that's done, we Omega cast again. Get out. I should be safe here. Omega cast behind him. I'll try to polymorph him. It's not going to work. He resisted it. Why is that so... Why was that one so good? Am I putting more mana into one? I'll figure this out by the end of the video. No, it's stopping at 40. And that one sucked ass. Okay, is that a clue?
I can't do this.
Cast is down. Move! Move! No. Move! Move! Ah! 40 damage, holy shit. Okay. We gotta play real serious. We're taking a shit ton of damage from Cerberus himself when he does hit us. I'm not used to that. Any of it. Any part of what I just said, I'm not used to. Decent explosions on these guys. Maybe I can break their armor down. This would be a good use of our polymorph, but of course now I don't have any fucking mana, of course. No, where do I get mana from? I don't know. I don't fucking have any. Omega cast here. I'm hoping it's close enough. That was a great special. Holy shit. Okay, he's slowed. That's terrifying. Oh, he jumps forward with it. I'm so dead. Oh no!
Return to Shadow now.
This type of failure was a highly probable result.
Oh man. Well, we'll give that one another go. I struggle a lot with the skull. Does anyone have advice for this weapon? So the aspect of Persephone, I do have it unlocked. Your Mega Special is sprouted. You can change direction as it plows ahead. Damage you inflict with cast makes this last up to +2 seconds. Oh, so as our cast continues to deal damage, we can add time onto our dash. Okay, with that in mind, let's give this one more go. Now, we may get drastically different effects this time than what we did last time. Selene Demeter here.
You do differently this time.
Again, not terrible. We probably go for anything other than the polymorph to help us fight Cerberus, because that damage was a little more intense than I was expecting. Omega cast into a special. Good. Special. I guess it doesn't need to be an Omega cast, or maybe it does, because it didn't give me any more duration that time. We'll just finish off these two guys with a nice cast, nice and easy.
Shine this night, O moon.
Now, is she going to offer me the same boons?
Sky, I am immune to earthly troubles, such as having to share living space with the goddess of retribution. Nemesis never treated me as a sister. She inherited only her mother's strength.
You and Nemesis, huh? I imagine you two don't get along, huh? Well, that's a nice health restore. We can only use it 3 times. This is a shit ton of damage. So it's a beam that does 800 damage. This is what it looks like. If no one has armor, they stay stun locked that entire time too. Is that useful versus Cerberus? We can sneak out a little bit more damage with it, I assume. It's nothing crazy, that's for sure. Demeter's cast is here. I'm going to start with an Omega of my own. Dash forward out of that. We'll keep that going here as these guys approach one more time. Great AoE opportunity here, but none of my skulls are home, so I'm trying to just dash with my special to get those skulls back.
There's a touch of moonlight about you, Flower, as though Selene lights your way. Would that the moon concerned herself with more than her path across the sky.
Hey, she's helping a lot. Freeze affected foes shatter at 10%. Okay. I mean, if they're giving me legendary boons, I'm going to take them. That's for sure. Medusa this time around. Omega cast into an Omega special. Do we just keep repeating these then? Absolutely we do. If we take down the real Medusa, all of the ads die too. I don't know the science of how that one works, but that was beautifully done, if I do say so myself.
Affairs. Much better things to do, you know? But I couldn't exactly sit this one out. Nor you, I guess.
Attacks deal more damage in a larger area. Splint inflicts daze, or you deal more damage until you take damage. I like this one quite a lot. Right. And the fact that it can come back mid-boss fight or something like that seems really valuable to me, too. Is there only one way out of here?
This way feels right.
That sucks. A lot. Forcing me to a middle shop means I'm not going to have any money for the later shop. I don't have any money to buy anything right now. So, do we... Probably more health. The more money could be nice. I could... no, we're going to take more health. I like this one more. That sucked. Not a fan of this path compared to the last one at all. But that shows that there's even randomness in these challenges. You might just have a bad run. Get back up on the horse. Do it again, bud. You got it, dude. Get in there. Well, a lot of our stuff is to the left. I'll start making my way down there. This is free ash. We'll take it. If I cruise around these guys, the big ol' health is down here. I'm going to Omega cast whoever I see first. Werewolf. And then special. Okay, I think I'm getting it. Go back. Ooh, that was a pretty good shatter. I like that quite a lot. We have some temporary health down here, just a little healing down here. Unfortunately, I'm not missing any health. I suppose we can come back if that does change. So, pomegranate top left. We'll head for that first, and then Apollo to the right.
Smackers.
Go ahead and AoE cast, break that armor, get them down. Bro, 1,000 damage is really not too much, is it? It can't even kill a baby Medusa with armor. But it's still like free damage. We could just kind of sneak in. Pomegranate. Hopefully upgrades my special. Probably the flare would be the best one for me. Go ahead and Omega cast this guy again. His armor got taken down to nothing, that's for sure. I noticed that I didn't turn into a skull that time at all, and I don't know why. It didn't work at all. Did I cancel it early? I didn't have enough mana. That's what did it. If we break the armor of these guys, we should be able to tussle with them relatively okay, but mana is not my friend. Big old binding circle on that Omega attack might do some big damage to these guys, and it does. Well, now I have a reason to run back down there and grab that health, huh? Attacks deal more damage in larger areas. Blink does daze, or after you take damage, automatically daze all foes in the vicinity. Let's do the sprint. Might help protect us against the boss a bit more, who we have already shown can be a bit difficult with this setup. Full health as we move back up to the top of the arena. Final shop. I have enough for one boon, and that's it, so we might as well just take the boon here. I could have seen what was in that purple thing, but I didn't. You got anything for mana return? Your freeze lasts longer. I mean, that seems pretty good. Your attacks deal more damage and freeze. Let's go ahead and just get the max freeze duration on that bad boy. 4 seconds when we lock a target down. And here we are for Cerberus round 2. Let's get out of the way as he's starting off festivities. Cast underneath him, and we'll just kind of cruise away from there. As I move in behind him, we can just drop another cast. I think that's the play. Just hit and runs. Nice and easy. Try not to be in front of them. Drop that cast off and then cruise away. I'm liking it. I'm getting the flow down. I'm getting the flow down. We could do amazing damage here, but unfortunately I was stuck in front of the ball. We've almost pushed phase. Let me beam him down. That might push it. That's not good. That's not good. I don't know if I'll take that ability ever again. Cast underneath him as we cruise away. He should hit 50% there. He didn't. What? Come on, bud. Come. No, don't bring your friends into this. It's me and you. It's me and you. Cast underneath this guy. We'll cruise through after. Cast again. Cruise through. Oh, I got pulled into a bunch of that damaging shit. Cerberus is back. We hit him with an Omega. Nothing. That was our curse from Selena. As soon as these blow up, I'll try to dash through. He's completely fucking gone. We can Omega cast behind him here, and it should be pretty okay. And while he's focused in the opposite direction, we'll just spam attack and then do a special every now and then to get all of those skulls to return to us. Omega attack as he turns around, and then Omega special into it. He is leaving. Where is he going? Fire the beam!
Spirits of despair, be gone.
Was that our execute? Wait, that was kind of cool.
Cleansed of his
that was kind of cinematic.
Coat, the triple-headed Cerberus finally relents.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for today's video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I know these challenge runs aren't for everyone, but I think they're pretty fun. And who knows, maybe one of my runs through a challenge actually helped one of you complete a challenge too. If I could only be so lucky. Thank you all so much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. There's still more challenges to do, and we'll tackle them in the future. But we'll be doing a normal run next video. Don't you worry. Goodbye.